Hello, Board Deck and Dice fans, almost one of you. Today we are playing Solenia, which is a very simple game, but again one that simplicity does not fully give the picture. Did I move the stuff up and down? I did, didn't I? Because it was my card.
So, yes.
Or did I get that last time?
I don't know.
No, I have to move it down now.
Do you?
So on your go, you're going to play one of your cards which have these little holes in, and you will take the number of resources or victory points that is on your card. So here I took 1 water. If you go to a city, which are the ones with the gold on, which is represented by these stars, then you get that amount of victory points, but you also have to must fulfill a contract. So you can't go to a city unless you fill a contract. Then at the end of your go, which I'm just going to do for Mark here, he gets 1 victory point because here this card is going to leave and it's on the right type of island. So that card goes into his discard pile. That was the last one. He gets a victory point, and then this flips over.
Yeah, victory point. Why?
Because it was on the right type of tile. And goes in at the top. So it's kind of constantly shifting
I can't fit it in.
board. You don't have to fit victory tiles in, they just go separate.
Oh, I should have got
Idiot.
I should have got a wood then.
Well, your fault. Cheater! So, no, you're...
It was a wood.
And then when you fulfill these, you get the rewards below. You've only got a deck of 16 cards. When they're out, the game ends when you're both out of cards. So it feels pretty nice so far. Quite simple, but a lot to think about. Marcus?
Yeah. I'm trying to work out if it's going to be better to do the points thing with like getting pairs of these, or just getting high level ones.
We shall see. It's not like you to have a plan.
No. Well, I kind of just thought of that for this, but there you go.
Cool. Right, well, it's your go. We'll come back at the end and talk about how many Mark lost by.
Yeah.
So, after getting a rule wrong in our first play, basically we were moving this every time, and that created some questions about the ship. But basically, if the ship moves forward, this is going to move up to there, which only happens when you play a 0. So the ship is always going to be at the start of the turn in the middle of the board, exactly. And actually that worked much better because there was more cards out. You could kind of combo a bit more down here, get a load of resources at once, and you really had to plan for the cities, which give you victory points through making deliveries. So it went even deeper than I was expecting through that shift. Very easy to play, even less fiddly when we played it the correct way, because we were changing this at the end of every go rather than just when the ship moves.
It meant that there were more cards on the board, so you could actually branch out a bit easier.
Yeah, and if you were careful, you could branch out in 2 ways. You could plan some for the future and some down here, and it made the 0 cards much more valuable because you'd want to play them occasionally because you'd just get a shed load of resources from them.
Them more powerful because they were. You could plan it a bit better.
You could get
they
your
basically
rewards.
made the whole game better in every way.
Yeah, and then I only won by 2 points instead of 30 odd.
Yeah.
So obviously you're glad about that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really like it.
It's really good, yeah.
I think it's simple, but there's some variation. These player boards also have a winter side where you can add some boards on that are in the box. So there's some variation there as well. It worked well at 2. I would like to play it with more and have an even busier board and have a bit more of a fight for resources on those bottom spaces. But yeah, I can't see it leaving my collection on the strength of that first play. I think it was really good.
Yeah.
And I
can't
can
think of
see
anything that's similar to it either, really.
it's kind of resource management in a way, but the escalator almost, or moving floor kind of creates.
It's a little bit engine building-y in a way because you've got the stuff that comes off.
Do you know what it reminds me of a little bit? That diving one that we kind of liked and then played again, and then Otis. We were really bored of because it's got the movement here.
Once.
It's got the movement here, but I don't feel like I've seen everything in this. Whereas Otis, I kind of played it again and I was like, that went exactly the same way. Whereas on this, there's much more variation.
I only played it once, I think.
Yeah, I played it more and it was...
Have you still got it? Or did you
No! That did not make the cut. So yeah, I think the components are good. The punch board is good quality, but it wasn't cut very well. So some of the bits are a bit rough around the edges, but it doesn't really make much of a difference. The insert's all right. I've still bagged everything up because there's no solid board to go on top of it, so they will fly around. But yeah, really enjoyed that. Can see that being a good one for people who are new to the hobby playing as well.
Yeah, I was going to say
Be a good one to take to Meeples, our local club and stuff. So yeah, that is Solenia. Thumbs up from me. 2 thumbs up from Mark.
Yeah.
If he had the third, he'd probably still only put 2 up.
Yeah.
He's just like that. Yeah, we'll see you next time on Board, Deck and Dice.